On this 7 o'clock part of the Las Vegas Fantasy Football Conference going down every Labor Day weekend. Welcome to another episode of Fantasy Football Safe Space. I'm accompanied with my brother from another mother, no other than Brother Fox. How are you?
Hey, I'm well, brother. I'm well.
How
Coming
much
off this.
how much are the referees on salary for?
Come on now. I'm tired of that shit, dog. I'm tired. I get it. I get it. People think Kansas City, because we're on prime time so much, it gets elevated. And anytime a call is missed for Kansas City, it's like pandemonium. But
Mhm.
why don't they freak like the Buffalo Bills had the two back-to-back defensive penalties last night? They didn't go pandemonium for that. And it seems like anytime we don't get a call that should have been, it's it's the refs. Like I literally have memes now that I send people when they send me stuff about the refs are on the Chiefs side. That's
How
ridiculous,
are
bro.
you collecting them? You saving them?
I'm collecting them, bro. It's ridiculous. I have to defend myself weekly. All right, each and every one of y'all. They're
You sound
not
like
on
the
the
victim.
Chiefs. I am the victim.
Um,
Yeah.
Man, welcome to another episode of Fantasy Football Safe Space.
Yes,
Shout out
sir.
to the Fantasy Shot Callers. Shout out to Streamlabs. Thank you for allowing us to do what we do so well, Brother Fox. How can the good folks take care of us?
Hey, as always, y'all can give us that HBO special. If you don't know what the HBO special is, it's the help a brother out special. So help some brothers out. Hit that like button, subscribe. It truly goes a long way.
Hopefully, you guys didn't play Raheem Mozart, maybe Amon Ra, or maybe a
Yeah.
stack of all of 2 out of 3. I played
Mm.
against a off Amon Ra stack.
Bro, what is your record this year in fantasy? I know it have to be rough, bro.
It's hard out here. It's hard. It's killing me. I have one win in Vegas.
Okay.
I did beat Biggie. It's my
Oh,
only.
see?
you know,
Mm.
is he here? So that's a dub. I'm doing pretty well. And shout out Jada Plug. Shout out Clock Management. Shout out the Pace League. Shout out everyone who's taking the time to be a part of that charity league. I'm doing fairly decent in that league.
Okay.
In my work league, I'm just getting my bench outscores. My team is so stacked that I never play the right person. I've
Mm.
got Eckler, Kenneth Walker, Jonathan Taylor, Alexander Madison, and Ramondre Stevenson. So obviously we
Mm.
know about Stevenson, but
Yeah, yeah.
which one? But then in my receivers, I've got Garrett Wilson, Calvin Ridley, Nico Collins, Mike Evans. So it's just which one do you play? And
Yeah.
I never play the right one. And then Trevor Lawrence and Waller are my quarterback and tight end, and they just haven't been doing what they should have
Mm.
been doing.
Facts.
Yeah,
And
how are
yeah,
you holding?
well, I'm doing okay. I came into this week. I was 3-1 in the Las Vegas League.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, I'm sorry, 3-2, 3-2 in the Las Vegas League. I'm up right now on. I don't even know who this is. Who is this? Well, I some random dude in our Las Vegas League.
What's the name?
Um, it's EUTERPER3.
Oh, you might be playing Edgar.
I might be playing Edgar. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, right now I'm up by 6, and he has CD Lamb playing right now. So
Mm.
I'm hoping for a miracle. I'm hoping for a
Yeah.
miracle. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But
Hopefully it works out. Hopefully it works.
man, in my personal league, my team is stacked, but it's just like you said, I can't get the right matchups. And now I had Justin Jefferson in that league. Like I got the number 2 pick, and he's hurt now. But I was lucky enough to I grabbed Kamara and I grabbed Jonathan Taylor, so I have
Okay.
them. But I drafted Najee Harris, who you know, hey, thank God,
It was a bye week.
so someone just traded for him. You know what I'm saying? Officially tomorrow.
Mm.
So get him off the roster, bro. Get him off the roster. But
Right.
yeah, it is what it is. Fantasy football is it's a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Mm-hmm.
All I need to do is make the playoffs, and I'll be straight.
I feel you. I feel you. Who did well for you this week?
So who did well for me this week? Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill has been the most consistent player, I think, this year in fantasy football. He's only had one week where he's like teetering below 15. He had 28 for me this past week, and 6 catches, 163 and a touchdown. Hey, you can't beat that, bro. That's just consistency, bro.
Yeah.
He's only had 2 games this year where he was under 150 yards.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
And that, hey, shout out to Greg from
Zoned In
podcast. He picked him first in the Diamonds League, which is the winning league for the Las Vegas Fantasy Football League. He picked him first, and people scoffed at it. Hell, I scoffed at it. I got him at 8th in the lower league, and hell, it's nothing but consistency.
Yeah, shout out to Greg, man. Hopefully he can get that dub. Because Tyreek is the only person balling on his roster. I think he went with Raheem Mostert and Mixon on that turn, and then took Trevor Lawrence and Darren Waller. So that's like, if Tyreek ain't getting it done, I know he would have outscored me last week, but he played someone, and he might have been like 5th in points, and he just played someone who was top 4.
Hey, I tried to tell y'all about Darren Waller. I tried.
You did.
You didn't listen. The Nick Bosa. I don't know, brother.
Right.
That's on you, player.
It seems like whichever Dolphins running back is healthy is going to eat, bro.
Yeah.
Like at this point it doesn't matter. Washington doesn't even seem special anymore.
Yeah.
Because what Raheem's doing and what he was doing prior to him getting there, maybe Jeff Wilson can get on there. I heard Uncle Lenny's visiting the Bills. Oh, is that what the word on the street is? Hopefully Harris is all right. I heard that he got hurt. I was in the Bay all day yesterday, so I didn't get to catch a whole lot of football. I did see that Nina Shank.
If Leonard Fournette signs with the Bills, that would be an excellent pickup. Excellent. For his style of running, it's just super conducive to their team. Like, now it all depends on how much he wants. What kind of money does he want? He has been out there in the free agent market. We haven't really heard his name since the offseason. But hey, we'll see.
I think he's a good power back, especially for the goal line. But people forget how soft his hands are for like his size. And with them being a predominantly pass team, I think he'd be a great acquisition. He says, I just seen it all over Twitter. I'm sure he's going to be a waiver wire high demand, high pickup this week.
Yeah. If that's true, that's fantastic. Fantastic pickup.
What's going on, Albert? How you holding up, brother? Hopefully all is well. Hope the family's doing well. Appreciate you joining us.
When you gonna take us up on the offer, bro? When you gonna come on the show?
Yeah,
I'm tired of saluting you if you ain't gonna be on the show here, Albert. Hey, come on, player.
Big E had a schedule change, so we're gonna rock it tag team, Dudley Bros style for a while until he gets the schedule change back. But you're always welcome to come on, Albert. You've been rocking with us for about two years now, even in between networks as we've been going, taking our journey through this fantasy football life.
Who's hurt y'all out there? Anybody in the comments? Who hurt y'all this week? Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Who let you down and who played against you that killed you? Golf 22.4, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it was a kind of low scoring week, if we're being honest.
For everybody. Yeah, it was not a good week.
22.4, and then Thielen. No, not sorry. Amon-Ra 30.4. That might be enough to put me out alone.
Now I gotta say something here.
Yeah.
So before the Kansas City Chief game on Thursday, our compadre Flojo put out a video talking about how Jerry Jeudy was going to turn it around and that Jerry Jeudy was going to be this magnificent player based off his 2-game stretch that he had last year against Kansas City. I'm tired. I am tired of his pontifications, bro. They don't hit. What you talking about? What we talking about, Willis? Come on, Flojo. Come on, son. Jerry Jeudy, come on, son. Trash.
Yeah, Ridley and Monty. Dude, I don't know what's up. I guess Lawrence is hurt now, and they play on a Thursday night after playing in London several weeks. I don't know. Monty's hurt. I know that for sure. It's rough. It's gonna be slim pickings. I mean, this is where like the cream truly rise to the top. These bye weeks and these injury. Hopefully, you guys stacked your bench. Maybe waited on quarterback, on tight end, and got yourself some bench. My bad. Says Steve Smith isn't a fan of Judy. No, I mean no one is. Yeah. No, I mean. People forget, everyone likes to give what's my man who went to Philly? Was it Jalen Reagor?
Yeah.
Everyone loves to give Jalen Reagor and the Eagles a hard time for passing on Jefferson. But you got to remember, both Denver and the Raiders took receivers before the Dallas took CeeDee Lamb. And no one ever talks about that. Everyone always just talks upside with Jerry Jeudy. He's not a bad guy, but like he wasn't a first-round receiver. He hasn't proved can't stay healthy. He's not consistent. He has the drops. You got to pick one. Each week is a different thing, and then he'll have a good game.
Last year, before they got Russ, it was like, oh, they're just a quarterback away. And then they got the quarterback, and it's like now that the pieces don't even seem to be relevant anymore. So we'll see what happens, but it's just, I don't know. It's just interesting how people think certain guys are going to bounce back.
Speaking of receivers bouncing back, Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do with Puka. I don't know what you do with Puka. Is he worth hanging on? He did score a biscuit last week, but Cooper Kupp is back, bro. And if you waited or you traded for him, he's paying dividends. He seems to be healthy.
Now the target share isn't there for Puka like it was at the beginning of the season, but at the same time, they're still using him they're orchestrating him into the offense. And if you got Puka Nacua, like obviously he was a free agent pickup, waiver wire pickup from the jump. You've already been benefiting from him for 5 weeks already. So if he goes from being a wide receiver 1 to a wide receiver 2 to 2.5 kind of ish, hey, you got your play from him already.
I agree. Me and the Raiders aren't on talking terms since they didn't draft Carter. Carter, I still don't know how he went to 9. To this day, I never know how he got to 9, bro. He like the defending NFC champions shouldn't have gotten Carter at 9, and then they got Smith at what, like 31.
So they say that Jalen Carter he's a little rough around the edges, has an issue. He needs a strong, coordinated team around him in order to be successful. He's one of those guys that he could have go off the hinge if he was with the wrong team.
Okay.
So, like they said, that's why the Bears passed on him, because they didn't have the ability to be able to route him up the way how he needs to be. So
okay.
I think he might have just fell to the perfect place. The man is talent. Like Carter is he's a baby Chris Jones. Give him 3 years, he's gonna be a Chris Jones. It's gonna be nasty. But yeah, I feel like maybe the Eagles locker room is just the perfect storm for him to be excelling his talents,
I doubt anyone started him, but shout out to the Minnesota Vikings defense. 22 points.
Oof.
Yeah. Right? 22. Kyron Williams are hurt, but he put up 21. Been a great addition. I was never a fan of Cam Akers. I remember what he did opening season last year, and I knew I had the temptation because his ADP kept dropping, and you could get him in the 5th, the 6th, 7th. And I stayed disciplined, and he's not really doing much in Minnesota either.
Surprising. AJ Brown has been doing well the past few weeks. It's his market share. He's getting 8 to 10 targets every single game, and he's putting up decent numbers. I know a lot of people were questioning because Devontae was going, late second, early third, and AJ was going at the top of the second. People didn't know where it was going, but it seems like AJ is the de facto one in that offense.
Justin Fields is hurt. I don't know what that means for DJ Moore. I've been waiting. I saved my waiver wire pickup, and I picked up Roschon Johnson, and he didn't play, bro. I can't get a break. And you know who I dropped him for? Elijah Mitchell. Because I felt like McCaffrey was probably due one, because I seen him I can't. Maybe it was the Dallas game. Maybe it was the game before that. I seen him, working on something, and I'm like, I should go ahead and pick up Mitchell. And then I used my waiver wire for Roshan. Thought I was gonna stick it back to Lady Shot Caller. She's a Chicago Bear fan. He don't even play. I just can't get a bucket. I ain't living right.
I think it's interesting because the kid from Arizona, what was his name? No, the running back who was like the
listed second on the depth chart.
Yeah, exactly. He was DeMarcado.
Yeah.
He was the number one fantasy football pickup on
over
Yahoo.
3 million.
Yeah, over 3 million on Yahoo leagues. Crazy. And this man put up like 0.6. He got like 2 carries.
Dirt.
What in the world is happening right now?
Dirt.
This is crazy out here, bro.
It's crazy. This could be the Hoyer versus Peterson game. Yeah. Peterman. Yeah, it's looking pretty rough out there from what I can hear in the background. I saw it was 10-7.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just been rough. It's been a rough go. I have one guy do well and everyone else just wet the bed. Next week, that guy won't do well. At this point, I'm just praying for that 6 seed. If I can just, ride a little 2 game here, 2 game there, maybe I can end up 7-6 and slide into that. That thing that's nice is that starting this week in Vegas, the 6 seed is only a 2 and 3 team.
There you go.
Like people are just clawing at each other. There's one undefeated team and there's one loss team, and everyone else has 2 or more losses. So I'm not that far behind.
Yeah, I think in our division as well. I think that the top team has only lost once, but the majority of the teams have lost 2 or more times. So it's rough out there for everybody.
Yeah.
But let's talk about it. Who hurt y'all this week? Anybody else?
He says, okay, we got some Damian Williams rises out of nowhere.
Bro, I'm looking at this game. The drives were, punt by the Cowboys, touchdown Chargers, touchdown Cowboys, punt, turnover and downs, punt, followed by a field goal. Yeah, this is an ugly game. Jeez,
it's rough. It says I'm 3-3, lead my league in scoring. Well, that's rough. If it wasn't for Hill, I would have 0 wins. Hey, cheers to that. I don't have nothing to cheers to you, but I'll cheers to that one.
Yeah, Tyreek is eating this year. Tyreek is eating. But we did talk about this before the season started, that wide receivers this year they kind of have been showing out, just like we said. And we said that the running back position was, other than McCaffrey, has been very inconsistent. And you predicted the fall of Derrick Henry. So it's just it's the running back position. I think this year is just sad, man.
It really is. I mean, if you went triple running back and maybe got like Hawkinson, or maybe you got Herbert, you should be doing well. I mean, even Keenan Allen, all the 30-year-old receivers have had a resurgence. I mean, I guess you could say, except for not even a resurgence, just have been consistent, except for Devontae Adams with this last game. But prior to that, he had been solid. Stephon Diggs has been solid. Who's another? Keenan Allen, out of nowhere, just getting it done. I mean, he got a biscuit tonight. He scored for the Chargers. So shout out to the 30-plus-year-old receivers out there still getting it done. I guess running backs only decline at 30, but not receivers.
Facts, man. This is a weird year. And if I told y'all to draft somebody and you drafted them and they're trash, I apologize.
Hey, same here.
This is rough.
Same here.
It's cold out here.
My team looks like the waiver wire page. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. There's like one sick person out there who's like undefeated and starts 2 tight ends from Oklahoma. It's their year. It's their year.
Yeah, man. I don't even know what to say anymore. It's just like I feel like each week I look at my squad and I'm like, all right, easy dub, and it just they don't show up.
Yeah, I'm so tired of the point projections too, because I'll see like 117, 122. and then I end up scoring like 97.
Ooh.
And then I'm like, could you at least give me something in the teens? And then the one time I scored like 140, my opponent got like 151. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, bro.
I told you what happened with me versus the net. I put up 167, bro, and she put up 204. I've never seen a fancy football scoring in 200. Never in my life. She had a defense that put up like 40. Even. I was, it's wild out here, man.
Yeah, I mean that's the name of the game. That's the name of the game. But you know what? Any given Sunday, week to week, you just keep it going, keep it going. Let us know who you guys are looking for, who you're trading for, who you're trying to trade. We're probably going to wrap it up since it's only two of us, but we appreciate the interaction. Let us know what you guys think. Brother Fox, how can the good folks take care of us?
As always, y'all can give us that HBO special. If you don't know what the HBO special is, it's a Help a Brother Out special. Help some brothers out. Hit that like button, subscribe. Truly, truly appreciate it.
I've got
let me tell you about my trade for Najee.
Okay.
So my trade for Najee, they offer me T. Higgins straight up. And I like T. Higgins is struggling, but I'd rather have
T. Higgins and Najee.
I'd rather have T. Higgins than Najee.
I was just about to ask you, what should I ask for if I package Najee Harris and T. Higgins? What can I get? What can I get for?
Whew.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's hard out here. Shit. What are your positions of need? Like, what are your strengths?
Everything. Quarterback. You know what? I'm playing Lady Shot Caller. I think she has Joe Burrow and Goff. Burrow has stunk, but he's better than Geno Smith, or he has higher upside than Geno Smith and Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about offering one, if not both of them, for Joe Burrow, because she doesn't even start Burrow; she starts Goff. Rightfully so, right? So
yeah, rightfully so. Hey, you're risking it though, but hey, no risk it, no biscuit, right?
Yeah, I need quarterback.
Yeah,
I need play. I mean, if Dak can't get 20 versus this Chargers defense, then I don't know what else. I mean, he's got Lamb, he's got Cooks, he's got Gallup, he's got Pollard out the back. Offensive line isn't what it once was when Zeke was in his prime, but the offensive line is still one of the better offensive lines. He doesn't have Pittsburgh's O-line.
Agreed. What about potentially Tua? Because Tua is like, he's a roller coaster. So you might be able to pull Tua away from somebody.
Rio ain't letting him go.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Shout out Rio and them.
Shit. Trevor Lawrence is hurt.
Jordan Love?
No.
No?
You'd be in the same spot.
Kirk Cousins?
Kirk Cousins, yeah. Kirk Cousins is a possibility.
Kirk Cousins owner also has Patrick Mahomes.
Okay. Yeah, well, then try to get Kirk.
Yeah. That might be the move. It's just such a weird year, man. I feel like I just need to hang on to my guys and play. You know, one thing about my team that I like, I have probably the deepest bench. So I just need to like survive these bye weeks, these injuries, and then, maybe make one trade week 7, week 8. I did trade Connor and Kittle for Hawkinson, and Connor's on the IR. Kittle, I'm assuming he didn't do much if Purdy was on kind of wet the bed for the first time.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he did this week. I could check. But yeah, it was a rough week for damn near everybody, man.
Right. This might have been one of the lowest fantasy football scoring weeks as far as like starters are concerned. Because the high point guy is what, 30, 34 from Mostert, 30 from Amon-Ra. That's it. So you only had 2 30-point scores. Last week we had 50 from Chase.
So yeah, it looks like McCaffrey put up numbers for the Niners, but doesn't look like anybody else did.
Yeah. Kept it streak going. At what cost?
For real. I'm looking here. George Kittle, 1 catch for 1 yard. 2 targets, bro.
Won't he do it?
Oh man. Why you look like Will Smith on Pursuit of Happiness right there, bro?
Got my machine. I needed that, bro. I needed that. James Conner and Kittle for Hawkinson. Oh my gosh. Oh, on that note,
facts.
We'll see y'all next week, man. We appreciate y'all rocking with us, entertaining us. This is Fantasy Football Safe Space, presented to you by the Fantasy Shot Callers on Streamlabs. See you guys next week at 7.
Go Chiefs.